Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggiepants, and I'm coming at you kind of in partnership with Mezco Toys for another Living Dead Dolls review. So, I'm making this video. It's a little bit different than the other ones. Somebody asked me, they said basically that they've been watching my videos for years, which is crazy that I've been doing this for as long as I have. And then asked me kind of how I got into it and wanted to know a little bit more. And so I thought I'd make a little video, but also I thought I'd also take this opportunity to show a gift I got from Damien Glonick, who is one of the creators of Living Dead Dolls that I'm really proud to own. And I thought I would do a review of her too. But anyways, so a little background. I am a really kind of old school fan. There's a few of us that still exist, I feel like, on the Facebook groups. My name back in the old forum days, now we're talking early on, like 2002 maybe, Deader is Better was the name of the forum where all the Living Dead Dolls collectors came and hung out and talked. And my username was Doggiepants, thus Doggiepants Review. For the first couple of years, I was just somebody enjoying the dolls. And then I ended up being Mr. Creepers, who was kind of overseeing that forum at the time, had to step away and asked me to take over his responsibilities. And I did. And so I was one of the moderators of that forum for a number of years. And then when Facebook actually started to take off, I created the Living Dead Dolls fan page, which ultimately Mezco asked, because it had a big following, asked if they could take that over from me. And so I was able to kind of give the keys to the Facebook fan page to Mezco. But I'm still technically, I think, a moderator on that, though I really haven't got it. I think of it as owned by Mezco, so I don't really mess around with that anymore. But yeah, I was the one that created that back in the day. There was also a random company that sold toys that reached out through one of the forums and was asking for somebody to do reviews online. And I'd never really done anything like that, but I thought, you know what, I know a lot about these dolls because I've been collecting them for so long that I would be happy to do it. And so my first review was Hit Girl when that came out. So a little bit later in the life of the Living Dead Dolls when this happened. And that oh so controversial doll. And I did that review and people seemed to like it. And the toy company really liked it. But more importantly, Mezco really liked it. And so Mezco reached out to me and said, you know, you were the moderator, you kind of took those responsibilities, came over to Facebook and was kind of speaking for the company, a little, not really speaking for the company, God, please don't think that of me. But I mean, like, Damien would ask me to feel around and see what people were saying, or ask me to say something in the groups so that people knew about certain things that were happening. And I did all of that for him and for Mezco. But Mezco reached out. They already had this relationship with me, and they were like, hey, we like your reviews. We'd like you to officially do it for the company. And so we'll send you dolls that come out. You can keep them, review them, and we'll post them on our page. And there was a while that I was actually... my review was featured on the Living Dead Dolls website. I don't think it is anymore, which is fine. But they're still sending me dolls, which is pretty cool all these years later. But that's kind of how that came to be. And then past the new dolls that they were sending to me, I had a really extensive collection where I had not every doll, but all of the series dolls that were ever released. And so I thought, well, you know what? People seem to like this. Why don't I go through each one of the series and I'll do reviews of all of them as well. So at least people can get a sense of all the series that came out and see if they like them before they buy them, you know. And if that's been helpful to you, I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I mean, now years later, we're getting sprinkling of LDD Presents. I really miss the series dolls. I'm very excited that the new versions are coming out. I think they're really cool, and I'm going to, you know, keep reviewing as they keep sending them to me. But yeah, that's how that all came to be. And, you know, it's odd that these toys have been such a major part of my kind of life, my online presence especially. And now I've got kind of this well-established career and kind of have to hide this aspect of myself a little bit, I feel like. But you know, whatever. It's I have one of my board members reached out, found a video, and was like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Oh God." But yeah. Anyways, that's kind of how that all came to be. And then about, what was that, maybe a year or two, maybe like a year and a half ago, I was talking to Damien, said, you know, I never really owned a handmade doll, and he made me one as a gift, which was so generous. I mean, if you've never talked to him, he's one of the nicest, most genuine guys. He's always willing to have conversations with fans, which I appreciate. And they did ask a lot of me back in the day, not really that much now, but they have given me far, far too much for what they asked of me. And so I just have to thank them for their generosity and just what a lovely experience it had been working with them over the years. And so to get this gift as kind of, it almost felt a little bit like, you know, thank you for everything, here's this, really meant a lot. And so I thought I'd share it on here. So that was a lot of talking, 6 minutes of it, I apologize. But so basically he offered to, well, I talked to him about making a handmade, and then he wanted to make one for me for free, which was really lovely. And then we talked about what dolls I loved, and kind of went through a bunch of them, but ultimately we fell on one of the newer ones, which is newer relatively, Tina Pink. And he kind of made me a handmade version. So it was a little bit pieced together from hand painted pieces that they had been working on for living dead dolls in the past. But still, it's a handmade doll from Mezco, and I am so very thankful for her. So I'm going to show her to you guys now, and I'll kind of give you a rundown of her. But this is the handmade Tina Pink that was made for me by Damien, and she's gorgeous, and I love her. Very, very cool. So let me give you a rundown kind of what's going on with her here. Talk about her dress. Now, I thought, oh, this is a piece from one of the other Living Dead dolls, but I've been going through them and trying to rack my brain. I don't think it is. I think maybe it was a piece that never ended up getting used, but it is a black and white checker dress, all one piece. It does Velcro up the back. It's got a slightly poofy sleeve here and a little black bow with a rosette kind of in the middle there, which is really pretty. And then it's got this scooped neckline. It feels very like Savannah from the Day of the Dead series. She does have painted like pink underwear underneath, kind of a mauve. And then she's got the pink Mary Jane shoes with socks, which I really appreciated that you included socks. That's one of the things that I always talk about. I really appreciate when there's socks on a doll. But yeah, her outfit is very pretty. Again, if I'm 100% wrong, which I could be, I'm wrong all the time, but I don't think this is a dress that's been on a Living Dead doll before. It looks so damn familiar because I think it's similar to a lot of them. So that's what makes me think it's like a test shot piece that he used. But what's so incredible is this face. And it looks so good. I was like, oh, that was manufactured. But if you look closely with the eyes and stuff, they are hand painted. So it feels very like Rez Kill Baby a little bit, Raspberry and Kill Baby. But he did say that this was kind of a test head that they were thinking about using for Tina Pink in the past, but ended up not going with, I guess. But she's got these red eyes that are looking up, and then they are ringed with this orange. And then she's got the kind of black skull face paint, which is so beautiful. And you can tell that it's a handmade one. The neck is split in the back, I think, when they were trying to get it into the doll. So it's had some love. It's seen some work, but I just love it. I think it is so pretty. And frankly, I would love to see it on a mass-produced doll because I think that face paint is gorgeous. What I love is this wig that he put on her. It's not rooted, it is a glued piece, but it's a really nice, long, pink, bubblegum pink wig that goes all the way to her feet. And it is so silky smooth. You can run your fingers through it. It lays really nicely. And it's just really adds to the doll quite a bit. Yeah, so I would say like this has been kind of the jewel of my collection. I can't imagine I'll ever get rid of her just because, you know, Living Dead dolls had such a huge impact on my life. And I'm gonna always have her in my collection. but to own a little kind of piece of history, handmade piece by Damien, is pretty incredible. I also brought the original Tina Pink out so you can see the two of them next to each other. She does have her little black bow there as well, which is kind of cute. But I love this doll. Super cool. I've loved being a member of this community. I think everybody in this community is incredible. And, you know, I'm going to keep making reviews if those dolls keep getting released and they keep sending them to me. But I just want to say thanks so much for watching all of these stupid little videos. Yeah, and if you have any other questions for me, let me know. But thank you guys so much. Appreciate you all. Take care. Bye.